Donald Trump is just parroting white supremacist Nazi talking points during his speech at the United Nations. It's the exact same thing that Elon Musk was saying at the Alternative for Deutschland, the Nazi rally in Germany. Just, shitting on multiculturalism and saying that each European country is unique and must stay. France must be France and Germany must be German. These are Nazi talking points. And not to mention the fact that Trump and RFK said that Tylenol causes autism, which is just not true. It's just not true. We're really living through like the death of intellectualism. It's fucked up. But I'm gonna show you this part. Trump gave this really long speech at the UN. But he by the way, I'm a delegate for the United Nations, which is so fucking strange that oh my God, this is so weird. I've been in this building. But regardless, Trump goes on this rant being against like the globalists and multiculturalism and migration. It's the great white replacement theory. Literally talking about defending the West. Like, this guy's a fascist, doggies. This guy's a fascist. Real quick, we're going to watch this, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. And remember, this is real independent media. I have no funding. I've never had a conversation with an advertiser, a billionaire, a government, anything like that. So if you do want to support the channel financially, you know that your dollar is going to go a long way into getting me a new computer so that I don't skip frames as much. But you could buy a poster like the Democratic Socialist. We got a bunch of merch down below. Not just posters, mugs, t-shirts, whatever. You could use the 40% off discount code for Ground News located down below. You can click the thanks button down below and donate directly to the channel. You can click the join button down below and become a member, which will give you access to some content and to some emotes. And then you could become a patron on Patreon. Big shout out to everybody who has subbed recently. Thank you for 102,000 subscribers. You guys are glorious. But without further ado, let's just dive right into King Dolan's fucking dookie ass, Alex Jones ass speech. It's fucking weird.
Not only is the UN not solving the problems it should, too often, it's actually creating new problems for us to solve. The best example is the #1 political issue of our time, the crisis of uncontrolled migration.
I don't know if that's the #1 political issue of our time. Personally, I would say that it's the rise of fascism. That's what I think it is.
It's uncontrolled. Your countries are being ruined. The United Nations is funding an assault on Western countries.
Again, that's a Nazi talking point, like how they used to say that, like, that Jewish people are raping Germany, or it's an assault on the West when, like migrants are. This is literally just straight up white supremacist talking points.
In 2024, the UN budgeted $372 million in cash assistance to support an estimated 624,000 migrants journeying into the United States. Think of that. The UN is supporting people that are illegally coming into the United States.
You didn't just say illegally, bro. You just said migrants. That's all you said. And also 500,000. That's like a fucking drop in the bucket. We got like 380 million people here, but you didn't say illegal, bro, and I highly doubt the United Nations funded 650,000 illegal immigrants to take the treacherous journey. Like, shut the fuck up and tell the goddamn truth for once.
United States, and then we have to get them out. The UN also provided food, shelter, transportation, and debit cards to illegal aliens. Can you believe that?
Oh, yeah, dude, so terrible. They provided food to hungry people. And you claim to be a Christian? That's your gripe right now? They gave food and medicine to these people. Oh, no. Let them starve. Let them die. What the fuck? What the fuck?
On the way to infiltrate our southern border.
Infiltrate?
Millions of people came through that southern border. Just a year ago, millions and millions of people were pouring in. 25 million altogether over the 4 years.
Dude, the number keeps going up. You guys remember on the campaign trail, they were like, there's 3 million illegals, there's 6 million illegals, there's 9 million illegals, there's 10 million illegals, there's 12 million illegals, there's 15 million illegals, there's 20 million illegals, and now there's 25 million illegals. Mark my fucking words. One day they're going to claim it's 65 million because that's the entire Latino or Hispanic population in the United States.
Of the incompetent Biden administration. And now we have it stopped, totally stopped.
Oh my God, the camera panned to El Salvador. Who's the camera guy? Who's the fucking camera guy? He's a legend. That's a crazy thing to do.
In fact, they're not even coming anymore because they know they can't get through. But what took place is totally unacceptable. The UN is supposed to stop invasions, not create them.
Oh my God, bro. How many times have I told you that these purposefully using the word invasion, purposefully using invasions to convince you that it's like a military invasion from the southern border, that way you can invoke the Insurrection Act, declare martial law. How many fucking times have I said it? Inshallah.
And not finance them. In the United States, we reject the idea that mass numbers of people from foreign lands can be permitted to travel halfway around the world, trample our borders, violate our sovereignty, cause unmitigated crime, and deplete our social safety net.
Guys, yo, Stephen Miller wrote this. You know damn well Donald Trump didn't write this shit. Stephen motherfucking Miller wrote this speech. I ain't got no evidence. But you know it, and I know it in my balls. I know it in my balls. This shit is some Goebbels level shit, doigs.
We have reasserted that America belongs to the American people.
You know what's crazy? I've been in the United Nations building, and you know what they have? They have these like earpieces that go on, and then you can click a language, and then it'll they have people in all these wings directly translating what he says. You understand what the German is going through right now? You understand what Germany's going through? In Heiland und Deutschland und Frieden und Freiheit! Like, they're hearing the same shit that they heard, that their grandfather heard, but this time it's in English. I mean, oh God.
And I encourage all countries to take their own stand in defense of their citizens as well. You have to do that because I see it.
Dude, the camera guy's a savage. Nepal, Mexico. Who the fuck is the camera guy? Get him the Freedom Medal.
I'm not mentioning names. I see it, and I can call every single one of them out. You're destroying your countries. They're being destroyed.
See, that motherfucker just put in the earpiece. I'm telling you, he wasn't even paying attention, or maybe he was, but he was trying to translate it in English. He goes, "This guy's speaking so fucked. I gotta hear it in Spanish."
Europe is in serious trouble. They've been invaded by a force of illegal aliens like nobody's ever seen before. Illegal aliens are pouring into Europe. Nobody is ever, and nobody's doing anything to change it, to get them out. It's not sustainable. And because they choose to be politically correct, they're doing just absolutely nothing about it.
By the way, you want to know why I know Donald Trump didn't write this? I was saving this for later. Check it out. Check out what happened when Trump's fucking teleprompter failed.
I don't mind making the speech without a teleprompter because the teleprompter is not working. I feel very happy to be up here with you nevertheless, and that way you speak more from the heart.
Yes, and?
I can only say that whoever's operating this teleprompter is in big trouble.
I wonder how long he stayed silent after that. Because I am fucking watching his whole goddamn speech. This dumb piece of shit can talk for 45 hours straight. Loves to hear himself speak. Just like me.
About it. And I have to say, I look at London where you have a terrible mayor. Terrible, terrible mayor. And it's been so changed. So changed.
The camera guy goes to Germany for no reason. Nobody's bringing up Germany right now. He keeps on doing, like, dude, this camera guy's fucking based as shit, and you know it.
Now they want to go to Sharia law.
Who the fuck? Oh my God, dude, he's claiming, oh my God, Londonistan. Oh, I went over to Windsor Palace, and I saw more browns than I saw whites. And frankly, Londonistan is real. It looks like you're being infiltrated by Syrian, Lebanese, Libyans. Like, There are 45 billion Guatemalans raping the Statue of Liberty right now. Like, what are we talking about, my boy?
But you're in a different country. You can't do that. Both the immigration and their suicidal energy ideas will be the death of Western.
Their suicidal energy ideas? Okay, wait, are you talking about like solar and wind? Because like when you're talking about like migrants coming into the Middle East, or migrants coming into Europe from the Middle East, and then you bring up fucking suicide, like, brother, you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. I'm not fucking crazy.
In Europe, if something is not done immediately, this cannot be sustained. What makes the world so beautiful is that each country is unique. But to stay this way, every sovereign nation must have the right to control their own borders.
Dude, this is exactly what Elon was saying at the AFD rally. This is exactly what Stephen Miller says. This is exactly what white supremacists say. Is that each country needs France for the French, Germany for the Germans, this is so dude, let me explain one thing to you guys. I'm from New York. I grew up with the whole idea that you heard of too, the whole melting pot idea. And I guess growing up in New York actually puts, proof in the pudding, because you end up seeing it. Try walking 20 blocks in New York City. You're going to end up hearing Arabic, Spanish, depending on where you are, Italian, depending on where you are, Chinese, English, of course, Hindu or Hindi, whichever one is a language. I know one's a religion, the other one's a language. You're going to come across empanadas, Chinese food, halal, you know what I'm saying? And you end up seeing it, and it's baked into reality, and you realize, like, okay, yeah, no, America is a melting pot, but the thing is, you're in an echo chamber. I was in an echo chamber because you don't leave the city. But, guys, like, multiculturalism is literally what makes life entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, take culture out of it and do this anywhere else. If you went to the grocery store and you go to the cereal aisle and it's all cornflakes, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? I like cornflakes, but what the fuck? I'm looking for Fruit Loops right now. All right, this is starting to get weirdly sexual. You're a freak. You're a freak.
The right to control your borders, as we do now, and to limit the sheer numbers of migrants entering their countries and paid for by the people of that nation that were there and that built that particular nation at the time. They put their blood, sweat, tears, money into that country, and now they're being ruined. Proud nations must be allowed to protect their communities and prevent their societies from being overwhelmed by people they have never seen before, with different customs, religions, with different everything.
Oh, when they're different, they're scary. I don't like different. Ooh, I want a Christian theocratic fascist nation. Put the Bible in the schools. Put the Bible in the schools. Put the Bible in the schools.
Where migrants have violated laws, lodged false asylum claims, or claimed refugee status for illegitimate reasons, they should, in many cases, be immediately sent home. And while we will always have a big heart for places and people that are struggling and truly compassionate, answers will be given. We have to solve the problem, and we have to solve it in their countries, not create new problems in our countries. And we are very helpful to a lot of countries that are just not able to send their people anymore. They used to send them to us in caravans of 25, 30,000
people. Oh my God, the fucking caravan bullshit, dude. Oh my God.
Each. These massive caravans of people pouring into our country.
Bro's acting like he's playing fucking Conan Exiles, and there's a goddamn caravan 45 miles long making its way up the fucking river.
Unchecked and unvetted.
Shout out Noob River.
But not anymore. According to the Council of Europe, in 2024, almost 50% of inmates in German prisons were foreign nationals or migrants. In Austria, the number was 53% of the people in prisons were.
Willing to bet money that neither of those statistics are correct. Genuinely willing to bet any amount of money on that. Please tell me in the comments if I'm right.
From places that weren't from where they are now.
Why don't you just say it, you fucking asshole? Why don't you just say, they're from the Middle East, we don't like them?
In Greece, the number was 54%, and in Switzerland, beautiful Switzerland, 72% of the people in prisons are from outside of Switzerland. When your prisons are filled with so-called asylum seekers who repaid kindness, and that's what they did, they repaid kindness with crime. It's time to end the failed experiment of open borders. You have to end it now. See, I can tell you, I'm really good at this stuff. Your country.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie Diddles kids. I'm really good at this stuff. Put on a fucking hard hat and go. I was gonna say go pay a whole bunch of people to put up a building, but in reality, you don't fucking pay them, dog. You don't even fucking pay them.
Are going to hell. In America, we've taken bold action to swiftly shut down uncontrolled migration. Once we started detaining and deporting everyone who crossed the border.
Illegally? What the fuck you mean everybody who crossed the... Oh!
And removing illegal aliens from the United States, they simply stopped coming. They're not coming anymore. We're getting a lot of credit, but they're not coming anymore. This was a humanitarian act for all involved, because on the trips up, thousands of people a week were dying. Women were being raped. Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
Yeah,
raped.
Nobody's ever seen it.
Horribly beaten, raped. On the trip up, the journey up, it was a long walk. It was a long, arduous journey, indeed.
Indeed.
It was also a historic victory against human trafficking throughout.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I can keep on going with this douchebag, bro. But, like, listen, he also goes on some fucking tangent right when he started about how, like, I ended 7 wars and I get no credit. Let me see if I could pull up a clip of that. This guy just gave, like, he's just there fucking bullying. Let's see. Trump UN speech. He's a bully. He's a fucking fascist bully, and he's annoying as shit. Is this the part where he does it? Yeah, this is it. Check this out.
With the leaders of each and every... I ended 7 wars, dealt with the leaders of each and every one of these countries, and never even received a phone call from the United Nations offering to help in finalizing the deal.
Brother says he ended 7 wars. You know what he did do? He bombed Iran. He bombed Venezuela. He bombed Yemen. He threatened to invade Mexico. He threatened to annex Canada. He threatened to invade Panama. He kept on funding Israel's genocide. Like, it just never ends. Like, the guy's a fucking warmonger. He just said that, like, it's kind of like war when he's talking about the National Guard deploying into our fucking blue cities.
All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. If the First Lady wasn't in great shape, she would have fallen. But she's in great shape. We're both in good shape. We both stood.
You're not in good shape, dude.
And then a teleprompter that didn't work.
So you're telling me the escalator didn't work? The escalator fucked up on him, and the teleprompter didn't work. The camera guy's paying into all those hilarious nations. Bro, I think they're trolling him. I think he's dead ass getting trolled by a bunch of techies.
These are the 2 things I got from the United Nations: a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter.
No, I dead ass think he's being trolled by a bunch of techies. But at least, hey, we got to end that on a relatively funny note. Listen, there's a whole bunch of nightmare shit going on. But you got to keep hope alive somehow. And what I'd like to do is, you know, help you guys laugh so that we don't cry. Because at the end of the day, this is scary shit. But I bet you people were cracking jokes in Auschwitz. Right? I don't know. Somebody had to have. You know, you got to make light. You got to make light out of the dark. What the fuck am I saying? Thank you for tuning into the Valenti VOD. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. And do me one last favor. Click that video over there. It's a banger. And I know bangers.